Start this half hour with just a bizarre story. Mobile police a couple of years ago arrested a guy on drug charges and seized his car. But early this year, a judge dismissed those charges.
When he went to get his car back, he got a surprise. It had been sold by MPD. Brendan Kirby has more details on this one.
Brendan, this is just crazy. Now the guy is going to court to get that car back, right?
Yeah, that's right, Byron and Lenise. This practice, police seizing money and property without a criminal conviction, has become controversial. But the allegations here are even more egregious. Mobile police arrested Joshua O'Field on a cocaine trafficking charge in October 2021 and seized his 2013 Ford Taurus, which belonged to his mother, Linda Bradley. A judge dismissed the charges this past January when the officer didn't appear for a hearing. But prosecutors still went after the car in civil court. O'Field and Bradley worked out a deal with prosecutors to give up almost $2,200 that police also seized in exchange for the car. But then, according to attorney Tom Walsh, his clients found out that the car was no longer at the city's impound yard. It had been sold a year earlier, less than 3 months after the arrest. In legal terms, seizing property suspected of being involved in a criminal case is called civil asset forfeiture. Walsh has a more colorful description.
Well, I call it fraud or theft, conversion, pick any of those, and that's what it is.
Now Walsh is asking a judge to order the DA's office or MPD to pay his clients the value of the car and the $2,199 that they originally agreed to give up. He also wants attorney's fees plus a $10,000 penalty. It's not clear why the city sold the car before the case was resolved. City officials declined to comment, citing pending litigation. But Walsh says this is an extreme example of a larger problem. Laws allowing police to seize property without having to prove criminal wrongdoing beyond a reasonable doubt. The burden is much lower in a civil case.
All the government would have to prove is it's more likely than not that this money was used for some illegal purpose, which is absolute nonsense and patently unfair.
The state legislature has made it harder in recent years to take property through these civil actions, and Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood says the law is more restrictive than what the federal government and other states allow. He also says that sentencing reforms have made prison less common for drug dealers.
It's harder and harder to put, people involved in the drug trade in prison. So many times the forfeiture law is the biggest punishment that we can get for them, and it's a way that we can take a chunk out of their illegal business practices of selling drugs.
While O'Field was charged with trafficking, Walsh points out that authorities never charged Bradley with the crime. There's a hearing in this case set for next month. Reporting live from the studio, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.